Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Mindful Knots. In today's tutorial, I will teach you all how to crochet a Christmas stocking. This is a beginner-friendly project. I used one skein of Lion Brand Homespun Yarn and a 6.5mm crochet hook. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoy the video. Also, I have the written pattern available in my Etsy shop. Thanks for watching and let's get into it. Okay, so to begin, you'll create a slip knot. So to create the slip knot, you're going to fold the yarn onto itself like this. And then kind of twist the yarn so you can create a little loop opening here. Okay, so you'll come in through the back of that loop. And then you'll grab the shorter strand there and pull through to create your loop. Okay, and then we'll insert our hook onto the loop to make it a little tighter there. To begin, you will chain up 4. To chain, what you'll do is go under the yarn and hook it, and that's called a yarn over. And then you'll pull it through the loop on your hook. And that is a chain. And then you'll do that 3 more times, so you'll have a total of 4. So you'll go under the yarn and hook it, and pull through the loop. Once you have 4 chains, what you'll do is slip stitch that first chain you created. So what we'll do is insert our hook through that first stitch. And then you will slip stitch. So you'll go under the yarn and hook it, pull through the stitch and your loop on the hook. Okay? And by doing that, we created like a little circle here. And for this next row, we're going to be working into the center of that circle. For this next row, you will chain up 1. And then working into the center of this circle, we're going to create 6 half double crochets. To do a half double crochet, you will yarn over, insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over again, pull through the stitch and pull up a little there. So then you have 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook. So then you'll yarn over 1 more time and pull through all 3 loops. And that is a half double crochet. Okay, so you're just going to repeat that 5 more times. So you have a total of 6 half double crochets. So you'll just yarn over, insert your hook through the center of that ring, yarn over again, pull through the center and pull up a little so that you have 3 loops on your hook. Then you'll yarn over again and pull through all 3 of the loops there. And you're just going to work around this ring, slowly working around it. Okay, so once you have 6 half double crochets into the center of the ring, you're going to take your little string back here and pull tightly. By doing that, it does close up the center there. So what we're going to do to close this round off is skip over that first chain 1 there. You can hardly see it. And then find that first stitch. You can kind of tell by the top there. And then you will slip stitch it. So you'll insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch and your loop on the hook, and then that closes up the circle there. For this next round, you will chain up 1. For this round, you will insert 2 half double crochets into the same stitch all the way around. So for this first stitch, what I'm going to do is just insert a half double crochet, and then working into the same stitch, you're going to insert another half double crochet. And that's what you'll do all the way around. So for this next stitch, you'll insert 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. And repeat around. So for the next stitch is 2 half doubles into the same. And because you started with 6 half double crochets for the first round, the second round will be 12 half double crochets. I'll meet you back once you have done that. Okay, so I did that all the way around. I inserted 2 half doubles into each of the stitches. And if you need to go back and count, you definitely can. You should have 12 right now. And I know it looks like that one stitch, like you should insert some more there, but it's actually not a stitch. That's the slip stitch from the previous row, and we don't work into that. So what we'll do to close this round off is find that first half double crochet we created, and see, we're going to skip over that first chain 1 we created to start the round, and then insert into that first half double, and then you'll yarn over, pull through that first stitch and your loop on the hook, and then that closes it up there. So right now it should be kind of doming in. You don't really want it to lay flat. It should start curving. And if it's not, just give it a few rows and it should start. For this next row, we will chain up 1 to begin. In this first stitch, we will create a half double crochet. Just put 1 into that first stitch. And then the next stitch we'll get 2 half doubles into the same stitch there. And that is your repeat for this round. You'll just insert 1 half double crochet into the next, and then 2 half double crochets into the same. So that's 1 and 2 being worked into the same stitch. Okay, so you'll repeat that around. Insert 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets into the next. I'll meet you back at the end of this round. Okay, so I did that all the way around, and you should have 18 stitches by the end of this round. And what you'll do is slip stitch to end, just like you did the past 2 rounds here. So what you're going to do is find that first half double crochet you created, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and your loop on the hook to close up that round. For the next one, you will chain up 1. You will insert 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So that's 1 and then 2. Okay, and then the next stitch we'll insert 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. So that's 1 and 2 into the same stitch. Okay, so that's your repeat for this round. You will just insert 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, and then you'll just repeat that around. Okay, so I repeated that all the way around, and as you can see, it's really starting to dome out here. And then what we'll do is slip stitch just like the previous rows to end this round. We're going to find that first half double crochet from the beginning and slip stitch. Okay, and then for that round should be 24 stitches if you are counting. So for this next round, what we'll do is chain up 1 to begin. And then for this round, we'll just insert 1 half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then we'll insert 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. And then that is your repeat. Okay, so you'll just repeat that around, 1 half double crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then 2 into the same. Right, so that's 2 into the same stitch there. Okay, so you'll repeat that around and I'll meet you back. Okay, so what we're going to do is slip stitch to close, and for that round you will have 30 stitches. Okay, so this is kind of what your piece should be looking like right now. It's kind of we're starting with the foot of the stocking there. Okay, so we're starting on the last increase round, so what we'll do is chain up 1 to begin. And what you'll do is just insert 1 half double crochet into the next 4 stitches, and then 2 into the next. So I hope you guys noticed the pattern here. With each round we're just kind of inserting 1 more stitch. Like for the round down here, it was 1 half double crochet increase by inserting 2 into the same. Then this round was half double, 2 into the same, half double, half double, half double, 2 into the same. And now this one we're adding another half double. So half double, half double, half double, half double, 2 into the same. And that is how you gradually increase. Okay, so now that you have your 4 half double crochets, what you'll do is insert 2 half double crochets into the same so that we can create an increase. You will repeat that all the way around. For this round you will have 36 stitches. Okay, so I did that all the way around, and once again we're just going to slip stitch to close. Okay, so for this next 8 rows, what we'll do is repeat this row I'm about to show you. So we will just chain up 1 to begin, and then for this round all you're going to do is just insert 1 half double crochet into each of the stitches. Just 1 into each. We're not going to increase anymore. And because the previous row had 36 stitches, this round will also have 36 stitches, and same for the next 8 rows. Okay, so since this part is pretty repetitive, I will do most of it off camera and then I will meet you guys back. Okay, so once you have repeated that row, this is what it should be looking like. So now what we'll do is begin on the heel portion of the stocking. For the heel portion, we are going to switch from working in the round and we're going to start working in rows for a few rows here. So to begin, you will chain up 1, and then in that first stitch you will insert a half double crochet, and then you will just repeat that for 16 stitches. So that's 1, 2 half double crochet, and 3, and then you'll just continue until you have 16 of them. Okay, so once you have 16 stitches there, what you'll do is actually you're going to turn your work and then work back along that row you just created. So to begin this row, what we'll do is chain up 1, and then in that first stitch there we'll insert a half double crochet. Okay, and then you'll just insert 1 half double crochet into each of the stitches until you have 16 of them. So that's 1, 2, we're on the third one here, and then you'll just continue this process until you have a total of 16. Okay, so I'll meet you guys back once you have 16 stitches. Okay, so we're nearing the end of this row. I'm putting in my last few stitches here. And don't forget that last stitch there. Okay. Okay, so this is what's happening right now. Only about half of your piece is kind of protruding outward into rows. And then we're leaving all of these stitches open. So what you'll do is repeat that row. Okay, so what you'll do is just repeat that row I just showed you 4 more times. So there's going to be a total of 6 rows coming out of your main piece here. So I'll show you one more row and then you'll just repeat it until you have a total of 6 rows. First, you're going to turn your work and work back along the row you just created. You will begin by chaining up 1. And super simple, you'll just insert 1 half double into each of the stitches. Make sure each of the rows have 16 total. Okay, so I have repeated that for 6 rows, and this is what it should look like. So now what we'll do is kind of fold it on its side like this so that both of these are folded on top of each other. So you can kind of see the stockings take shape. This is the foot, and we created the heel part. Now what we'll do is take a pair of scissors and get our skein over here, and then we're going to cut off a piece of yarn on the other side of the skein that we're not working with. So now that I have a sizable amount of scrap yarn there, what I will do is thread it up onto a yarn needle. And what we're going to do is you're going to pull up your loop that was on your hook and make sure it doesn't come undone, and you're just going to kind of leave that to the side for a second. What you're going to do with your yarn needle is sew up this section right there. Okay? So see how it is folded onto itself like that? And then what you'll do is stitch up this side only. Just this section right here. You are going to leave open this section right there. So that will be an opening, and you're only closing up this half over here. So what I like to do is start in the corner. I'm going to grab that stitch and then come over here and grab the stitch right next to it. And what you're going to do is just tie a simple knot. You're going to hide this tiny tail on the inside, so I'm just going to tuck that in there. And then what you'll do is just sew up the seam. So you'll go in one stitch on this side of the panel, go into the next stitch on that side, and you'll repeat that all the way down. So grab one stitch, grab the correlating stitch on the other side, and stitch it together. Okay, so when you're on your last stitch there, what we'll do is don't pull all the way through. So this is the loop that was on our hook. We're just going to act like that doesn't exist. Just kind of tuck that to the side there. And instead of pulling this all the way through and tightly, what we'll do is feed it back through there. Pull tightly. And that should secure it there. And what you'll do, at least what I like to do, is kind of go back through and weave in my ends. And I'll just kind of do it randomly on each of the stitches there until I feel like my tail is pretty hidden there. I'll take it off the needle and then I'll just trim it up. And then your heel part there is attached. So we have a full heel and we have this whole opening here to create the ankle part of the stocking. Okay, so now you're going to grab your hook again and just put it back on the loop and make it tighter on your hook so that you can start working with it again. Okay, so now what we'll do is we're going to half double crochet around this whole opening here. So what we'll do to begin is chain up one, and then we're working into like these sides of the stitches when we're working on the heel part. So what you're going to do is just kind of make your hook fit wherever it can, but try to space it out as evenly as you can. So what we'll do is just kind of half double crochet into anywhere our hook will fit. Try to space it out as evenly as you can. And I know it's kind of going to be awkward, but you'll get the hang of it after a while. Just insert it into the sides of the stitches there as evenly spaced as possible. Okay. So I just got done half double crocheting into the sides of the heel there. And now we're going to start on the piece where we were working earlier. And as you can see, those stitches we can clearly see, and we can clearly work into each of them. Okay, so when we started halfway on the heel there, I ended up putting 9 stitches right there. And then to make it even, what I'll do is try to fit 9 stitches into the sides of these stitches back here so that it's even on both sides. But we'll get to that later. For right now, what we'll do is just start working into these stitches. So we'll find that first one there in the corner, and we'll just half double crochet into there. And then you'll just half double crochet into each of the stitches until you get to the other heel portion, until you get to the other side over here. Where you'll have to half double crochet into the sides of the heel again. Okay? So I'll meet you back once you get to the other side of the heel there. Just half double crochet one into each of the stitches. Okay, so I just finished half double crocheting across the top there, and now I am back at the heel. We're going to be working into the sides of the stitches again, and like I said earlier, because we did 9 half double crochets on this side of the heel, what we're going to do is try to do the exact same amount. So I'm just going to space them out as evenly as possible and count up 9 stitches to make it as even as I can. So that's 1, 2. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see it, but when you find your first half double crochet that you started, what you'll do is slip stitch it. So you'll just insert your hook through that stitch and slip stitch. Okay, so now that row is complete, or round I should say, because we have stopped working in the rows and we started working into the rounds again. And we're going to be working into the round for the rest of the pattern here. So to start the next row, you'll just chain up 1, that doesn't count as a stitch. And then what you're going to do is just insert 1 half double crochet into each of the stitches all the way around. So just insert 1 half double into all the stitches. For that row, you should have a total of 40 stitches. Now I'm back at like the heel part here, and to end this round, we're just going to slip stitch the first half double crochet. Okay, so what you'll do is just repeat that row I just showed you. So you'll just chain up 1 and half double crochet into each of these stitches until the end of the round. And what you'll do is just slip stitch to close the round. Okay, so I continued with that row until I had 22 rows. So this is what it should be looking like. I already cut off my piece of yarn. And then what I'll do to close is just yarn over and pull through the loop all the way and pull tightly. So now what you'll do is take the top of your stocking and just kind of turn it inward so that you have a brim up here. Okay, so now all we have to do is sew in your end here with a yarn needle. And then also we need to create a little tab so that you can hang your stocking. So what we'll do is set this aside for now. Okay, so I have a new piece of yarn on the hook here. What I will do is chain up 4. After you have chained up 4, what you will do is single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and that second one there, you will insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch there. There's 2 loops on your hook, so then you'll yarn over and pull through 2. And that is a single crochet. So you'll just insert a single crochet into each of the chains there. And you should have 3 single crochets by the end here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now what you'll do is turn your work back along those stitches you just created. You will chain up 1, insert your hook through that stitch and create a single crochet, and then you'll just insert a single crochet into each stitch, and you will have 3 of them just like the previous round, or the previous row there. Okay, so that's what you'll do for 13 rows. You'll just turn your work, chain up 1, single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you'll just repeat that process until you have 13 rows. Okay, so once you have 13 rows there, what you're going to do is fold it onto itself, and then you will slip stitch. So you'll just insert your hook through the correlating stitch and yarn over and pull through, and then you'll just slip stitch down the little tab here. You can also sew it with a yarn needle. Okay, so see how you have a little tab there? Now what you'll do is cut a pretty decent string there. You will yarn over and pull through to secure it and pull tightly. With this longer strand here, you're going to put it on a yarn needle. Once you have it on your yarn needle, what you're going to do is grab your stocking and you're going to kind of situate it on the side with the heel. So you're going to come to the top here, just kind of pick out randomly, just kind of eyeball where you want your tab to be, and then insert your needle through the fold there, go through both the folds and pull through. And then what you'll do is just kind of go into the tab there, and then go into the fold of the stocking and sew on your little tab there. I like to do a handful of these stitches just to make sure that it's nice and secure. So I'll go back through a few times. I know it's a little difficult to see because of the yarn, but just make sure you're inserting it through the tab here and also the stocking. Go all the way through. Okay, so I have ended on the side where you still have your little tail from when you began creating the tab here. So I'm just going to create a little simple knot to make sure it's extra secure. And then I will sew in the ends here. And by sewing in the ends, I mean just kind of pick a random stitch there and just start weaving it in and out of your stitches. See? And then you'll pull through. And then that's hidden in there. And what you'll do is just trim the excess. Then you'll do the same to this little tail as well. Okay? So now that your tab is secure there, your stocking is complete. I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial, and thanks for watching.